Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to get you caught up for Raid Shadow Legends because we've got a lot going on as we wrap up the week and head into the weekend. We've got a 2x and a 10x coinciding with each other, and we have also got the next fusion for Morrigan finally live in-game going on, and we've got a change to this fusion that is going to be different than what we are used to seeing that players are up in arms about, so we'll talk about that. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, right out the gate, your CVC matches have ended. Hopefully it went well for you and you were able to scoop up some accessories. That means your next clan versus clan match will be in about 12 days. Next week will be an off week, and then as we get closer to the middle of November, about 12 days from now, you will get your next clan versus clan match. Let's go ahead and see if any of these four were worth going hard in the paint for in CVC. Okay, so here is the first reaction. It's attack with attack and defense. That's pretty rough. You want HP percent on a reaction ring, but it is reaction, so we gotta run it and see. That's definitely worth it. Hit defense and attack at least, and then a flat defense. Worth holding on to, but definitely a little bit unfortunate. Here is one in the Dark Elves, and we got triple percent. That's what we're looking for. Triple percent is all we can ask for. Hopefully we avoid the flat HP. Not too bad. That's a pretty solid toughness ring for reaction. Very rare that it's going to be perfect. That one's actually like an 8 out of 10. I'll take that. And then here is a banner with some potential. It's HP. Usually you want like accuracy or resistance, but it can be good. You know, all right, that one's like a 5 out of 10. It could have been way better, but is what it is. And then the last one here is accuracy. It does have speed, which is nice. Hopefully we hit the speed in the defense. And that is a fat rip. That's about as bad as it could have gone. And even though it's a reaction piece, I'm just going to cut that loose. I don't even want to see it on my account. Get rid of it. So unfortunately, I didn't get like a GG piece from CVC, but hopefully your CVC went well and you were able to get something from it. And then for this weekend's summoning events, we are going to be having a 2x and a 10x double dipping coinciding with each other. Now, the way they typically structure these is they will have Friday and Saturday where the 10x and the 2x will be live at the same time. Then on Sunday, it will just be the 2x. So if you want to pull normal 2x sacreds without a boosted chance for Michinaki, then you would want to wait and do that on Sunday. If you do want to pull 2x sacreds with a 10x boosted chance for Michinaki, then you want to pull on Friday or Saturday. And just to give you my quick thoughts on Michinaki, a really solid defense scaling champion. You got an A1 that can book up to a 60% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. And then you've got a couple different AoE abilities that are both on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. So I like that. The first one is going to be a 100% chance to defense break. And then also if they're under a hex, you're going to lower their attack as well. Could be really good for a Hydra scenario where you both break the defense and the attack in one AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. And then the second AoE is going to be the one that removes all buffs and place a hex. So very, very solid A2 and A3 there that can fill some fun roles. And then the passive, whenever an ally attacks an enemy under a hex, this champion has a 50% chance to team up with them and keep the HP burns pretty consistent on the target. Also a aura of defense by 30% in all battles. So honestly, a pretty solid legendary champion and a good addition to most accounts. I don't think like a top 10, top 15 legendary or anything like that, but definitely very solid. But then also the main news in game is we have got the fusion going live for Morrigan. Now I do have access to the test server and I'm going to do some building and playing around with Morrigan to get a dedicated video out there on what the capabilities are of a maxed out, fully booked, built up Morrigan here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to not miss out on that for those of you that are out there doing the fusion to stay in the loop as fast as possible. But we do have some interesting things going on with the fusion calendar that Plarium released, and we need to talk about some of that stuff while we are planning for success in finishing this fusion. So let's go ahead and pull up the calendar here, and what you'll see is this is all pretty normal until we get to the bottom. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 different rares up for grabs, and you've got the 4 different opportunities to earn each one of them, and then you're gonna have to build them up and fuse 4 of them per epic. Now, the problem, the thing that players are upset about is usually Down here, there is an opportunity to earn a copy of the Epic, typically in a Summon Rush or a Champion Chase event. But you can see here that in the Champion Chase that we have right here, and then also in the Summon Rush that we have right here, there is no opportunity to earn a copy of the Epic via those events. And that is a stray from the normal way that Plarium does these fusions, which is a fat rip, because it means you can't miss out on anything. You can never make up for it down the road. If you miss a single one of these events, you are out. 3 strikes and you are done. Do not pass go. Do not collect your champion. And also, it means we're not going to be able to get extra copies of the Epic for those people that wanted to try out this new Epic and add it to their champion roster, because it looked like a fun Epic. There's actually a little bit of drama because of this Epic getting nerfed before it even came out. It's a good and a bad thing. It's good that they did it right away instead of what they did to Uragrim, where it comes out, people book it, people do builds, people get excited, and then it gets nerfed. So at least they did it right away, but it is unfortunate that they let everybody get hyped up about a champion and then adjusted it like a day later. So it's just unfortunate any way that you slice it, but at least it happened right away. But anyway, the Epic is still pretty solid. It's just not as great as we kind of thought that it might be on its release. But what all of this means is that if you are serious about doing the fusion, you are going to have to really be diligent and not miss out on a single thing. You're going to need a lot of magic and spirit ascendancy potions, because all of the rares are magic affinity, and you're going to have to take all of them to level 40, a 4-star ascension. And then you're going to have to do 4 different epics that are spirit all the way up to level 50 with 5-star ascension. So make sure you're stocking up on the magic and spirit potions, and also make sure you are staying very diligent on all these events, because you cannot miss any of them. So what I like to do in my videos is help you plan for the next few days. And you can see that there is a Fire Night tournament, artifact enhancement, and that's all going to be starting today. And then there's going to be champion training going on all weekend until Tuesday. You can see the champion training right here. And then when the 2x 10x events launch, that is the champion chase tournament that you see right here. So yeah, this weekend, you're going to be spending your energy grinding the Fire Night tournament or leveling up champions to make sure you're progressing in the champion training. And then also make sure you're upgrading enough artifacts to level 12, level 16, whatever, to scoop up the rare that you'll need from that event. Now, next weekend is going to be some sort of 10x or guarantee, because they had 2x sacreds this weekend. So the summon rush that you see over here next weekend will be some sort of 10x or guarantee. And we'll probably find out about that like Wednesday or Thursday next week, 5 or 6 days from now. And seeing that in game, this is mostly a countdown to when the 2x and the 10x will start right here with the champion chase tournament countdown that you see in game. And then the Fire Night tournament right here, the 2250 is perfectly normal for the rare champion. That is what it is typically. So that's all perfectly what we would expect right there in the tournaments. And then under the events tab, what we're going to see is the champion training and the artifact enhancement that we just talked about. For champion training, it is at 9350, which is high for a rare. That's a little bit unfortunate. So gonna have to spend a lot of energy in champion training this weekend, because remember, we can't miss out on any of those rares. And then the artifact enhancement is probably around 3K. 4K. Okay, so yeah, that's mostly what we would expect there. So the unfortunate things are that there is no copy of the Epic in any of the summoning events, and that also the champion training events look like they are going to take up around 9,000 points to get a copy of the rare. So now let's fire up the shop and talk about the spending plan heading into the start of the fusion, and if any of this is a good offer that stands out. The Great Deal Mix Pack, we've seen this hundreds of times. It's not that great in my opinion. The Morrigan Fusion Pack is something that we should definitely plug in. So let me pull up the calculator. Okay, so silver going to be 750k, and then we've got no gems. We've got energy of 750 and 75 XP brews. Okay, and then it looks like, what, 120 of the multi-battles, 120, and that is everything there. So then we've got a Sacred Shard right here, Voids of 3, Ancient Shards of 7, and a 5-star chicken right here. Then if we scroll up, you can see that the total is $45.88. By the way, I know I'm working on adding the score to it where you can input the price and it'll list if it's good, bad, medium, etc. Our coder is super busy right now on integrating our insanely robust tier list project that that our eyes were bigger than our brains on, but that should be done hopefully here in a few days. So anyway, you've got $46 in value and $30 price, which means it's not a 2-to-1, which is typically the ones that I like to recommend on my channel. So again, compared to the offers that you typically see in game, this is probably better than like 75% of them. So for high spenders, it's probably good. For people that are on a tight budget with their raid spending, it's probably one that I would pass on. The monthly pack is pretty decent. The monthly pack is a little bit better than the Morrigan Fusion pack. Now these 101% mini mix packs are great. These are some of the best offers you're going to see in raid. So if you are a spender in raid, if you spend any money on raid, scoop up these 101% mini mix packs when you see them. The trio shard pack is meh. It's about the same as this Morrigan Fusion pack. It's like better than 75% of the stuff you see. It's just not quite amazing. The Soulstone Power Pack is not going to be a recommend from me, and neither is any of this stuff. So, okay, unfortunately, nothing super great in the shop except for the 101% mini mix. So, okay, good luck on your Morrigan Fusion journeys, and I will be working on a guide for Morrigan. I'll be playing around with her and testing her on the test server. I may even do that live on stream and hang out with viewers to be able to answer questions and showcase things that people are curious about. There's a link to my Twitch down below if you're interested in following that. I also need to get with Darth Microtransaction. We need to get him to make his free-to-play account so that we can start our competition against each other. I have a video here on the channel talking about the fun competition that Darth and I are going to do against each other. And then I also have a video coming out later today or tomorrow morning, a really fun collab with Smiley, my good friend, where we talk about all of the stuff going on in the patch, the Sylvan Watcher champions, the taunt buff, the set rebalancing, and then we go back and forth where we agree and disagree and talk about the opinions of other content creators and stuff. So that'll be a really fun collab. Make sure you subscribe down below to not miss out on all the amazing content coming your way. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Have a fun weekend. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.